Hi everybody, and welcome to my channel. And here are my predictions for tonight's and tomorrow night's Premiership matches. Let's start with Wolves versus Burnley. Well, Wolves lost at the weekend to Arsenal, and Burnley, they beat Sheffield United 5-0. I don't know why the Burnley fans are getting so excited because they didn't play anybody. Let's put it this way, Sheffield United are going down. And of course they've just sacked their manager, Paul Hickenbottom, replaced him with Chris Wilder. I suppose they've appointed him to see if he can keep them up. Well, at the moment, Wolves are 13th and Sheffield United are, Burnley are 19th. Like I said, I don't know why the Burnley fans are getting excited because they've, like I said, just because they beat Sheffield United. Anyway, this one I'm going to go for Wolves 2, Burnley 1. Luton versus Arsenal. Of course, Luton at the moment are 17th. And of course, Arsenal are top. Luton have won 2, lost 9, and of course Arsenal won 10 and only lost 1. Luton are giving it the best to try and avoid relegation, but I don't think it'll be good enough. They lost at the weekend to Brentford. Of course, Arsenal beat Wolves. And of course, Arsenal were lucky to beat Wolves. They won 2-1. This one I'm going to go for Luton 0, Arsenal 2. Brighton versus Brentford. Brighton at the moment are 8th, and Brentford are 11th. And of course, Brighton lost to Chelsea the weekend. And of course, Brentford beat Luton. Brighton have won 6, lost 4. Whereas Brentford have won 5, lost 5. Brighton seem to be going through a bit of a wobbly patch at the moment. And Brentford have climbing up the table. This one I'm going to go Brighton have won 6, lost 4, whereas Brentford have won 5, lost 5. This one I'm going to go for Brighton 2, Brentford 3. I'm going to go for Brentford to win 3-2. Fulham versus Nottingham Forest. Fulham at the moment are 14th and Nottingham Forest are 15th. And of course, Fulham lost at the Sunday to Liverpool. And I think Forest lost as well at the weekend. Fulham have won 4, lost 7, and Forest have won 3, lost 7. Forest are starting to struggle at the moment. I don't think they might be dragged into a relegation fight towards the end of the season. I think that so far Forest have only won 3. Yes, they've only won 3, and I'm starting to slip down the table a little bit. This one I'm going to go for Fulham. Fulham 2, Forest 0. Sheffield United versus Liverpool. As I said, Sheffield United have sacked Paul Hickinbottom and replaced him with Chris Wilder. I suppose they've appointed him to hoping that he can keep them up. Somehow I don't think it'll happen. I can't see that Sheffield United staying up. I mean, they've only won 1 and lost 11. You can see why they're struggling like they are. And of course, Liverpool are second, and they were involved in a crazy match on Sunday against Fulham. They just managed to beat Fulham 4-3. Like I said, Sheffield United have only won 1. They've lost 11, whereas Liverpool have won 9, lost 1. I can't see Chris Wilder getting off to a winning start tonight. I'm going to go for Sheffield United 0, Liverpool 3. Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth. And at the moment, Crystal Palace are 12th and Bournemouth are 16th. Crystal Palace have won 4, lost 6, and of course they drew at the weekend with West Ham. And Bournemouth, well, they've won 3, lost 7. I think if Bournemouth win tonight and Forest lose, then Forest will find themselves near the bottom of the table. But still, like I said, it only wants Bournemouth to put a run of results together, and they might see them climb away from trouble. This one I'm going to go for Crystal Palace 1, Bournemouth 1. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Aston Villa versus Manchester City. Well, of course, Villa drew with Bournemouth at the weekend. And of course, Manchester City were involved in another thriller at home to Tottenham when they drew 3-3. Villa at the moment are 4th, and of course City are 3rd. Villa have won 9, lost 3. And City, they've won 9 and lost 2. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this is not another high-scoring match tonight between these two. I'm going to go for Villa 4, Manchester City 3. Manchester United versus Chelsea. Well, Man United are 7th, and of course Chelsea are 10th. Man United lost to Newcastle at the weekend, and Chelsea beat Brighton. And there's talk of problems at Manchester United, that Erik ten Hag has lost the dressing room. If results don't start to improve much, well, of course, we're now into December and we're into a busiest month of the season. There's a lot of matches to be played over Christmas. And if Manchester United results don't start to improve, I think that Erik ten Hag might find himself out of a job in the new year. Because you know what happens when managers lose the dressing room? It always leads to the manager getting the sack. Manchester United have won 8, lost 6. Chelsea have won 5, lost 5. And of course, like I said, United lost at the weekend to Newcastle. This one I'm going to go for another defeat for Man United, I think. Man United 0, Chelsea 1. Everton versus Newcastle. Well, Everton won on Saturday. They beat Forest 1-0, and of course Newcastle beat United 1-0. Everton at the moment are 18th, and of course they've had that 10-point deduction. And Newcastle are 6th. Everton have won 5, lost 7. Whereas Newcastle won 8, lost 4. This one I'm going to go for Everton 0, Newcastle 1. And finally, Tottenham versus West Ham. Another London derby. Tottenham are 5th and West Ham are 9th. Tottenham have won 8, lost 3. West Ham have won 6, lost 5. This one I'm going to go for Tottenham. Tottenham 2, West Ham 1. Well, that's the end of my predictions for tonight's and tomorrow night's Premier League matches. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all again in another one.